Hey, good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. We're back in Moncton. We got a message this morning that HMLX is going to be going up to the co-op, work a couple of hoppers up inside there. Of course, what's really interesting about today is they're going to be doing it using the old X-chassis Jeep number 5606. And in that little tease of a message, they mentioned that this might be one of the last trips for 5606 on Beaverbrook. Now it's a nice sunny morning, and I can't think of a better way to spend it than trackside, one of my favorite pieces of railroading with one of my favorite locomotives. Of course, when we're up here in Moncton, it's easy to recall all the fun things we've seen before. Terra Transport was working up inside here. Their XCN are S13s like 8704. And of course, those super cool U18s like 1801, those little FDL prime movers. Man, I feel like I can still hear that when I'm walking along Beaverbrook. Gosh, they were cool. And 5606, it's one of the HMLX Jeep 9s, but it kind of carries on a tradition from CN's own Jeep 9Us and Terra Transport's own like 1751. Of course, we sidle on up to 5606. It's been parked overnight along Beaverbrook. They've just finished fueling the unit, and you know what needs to happen next is a lot less of the sound of my voice and a whole lot more of the sound of this beautiful thing. Man, I don't know about you, but the sound of that 567 starting up sure makes my heart race. I could sit here and listen to this all day long. Lights are on in 5606, but I see the ditch lights are still dead. I know talking to the crew, they packed it in the other day. Now, we're going to work just along the Franklin Spur, so we're within yard limits and we're within reach of the shop. So I believe the story is this is going to drag those hoppers down to CN. Once they're done with that, then it'll be a job of getting this corrected. Yeah, a couple of blasts of that horn and time to roll on down to the co-ops across the street, and that's where our fun begins. Big a facility as it is, the co-ops really only got the one gate to unload a hopper through. They've always used their own front-end loader to position the hopper one gate at a time. Whole lot easier than calling CN up here to get them every single time they need to move a car. Great as it is to be up here chasing a favorite locomotive, working in a favorite location. The thing that excites me the most is sharing this with a really good friend, and that's why it's kind of easy to grab a couple of frames, make a couple of photographs of a friend also enjoying the moment with me. That's the memory that long after this day's gone, that's the thing I'm going to want to remember, and those are the photographs I'm going to look forward to finding sometime in the future. I'm loving every single minute of this. I can see the three hoppers are all tied on, their air test is done, and it's time to head on down to the yard, drop these three hoppers off to CN. Well, you can see the HMLX tracks from the Franklin Spur coming into the scene from the right-hand side of that photograph, and of course the focus here we've got here just in time to catch CN's train from the north coming down. 4706 Spartan Cab Jeep 38, kind of cool to see, isn't it? Of course, really cool is the 9600 series Jeep 40 trailing in just behind. That's an Exco Transit unit. Well, you know where my heart lies with that one. That was pretty neat to find as well. It really is just that simple. James, great friend. I value this friendship a great deal. This hobby is a way of connecting people. You know, we easily make that. We see that in real trains. You know, because you ride a real train to visit a friend, or you wait for a real train to deliver a real friend to you. But in this case, this is the models facilitating exactly the same quality of connection. And the models like these, you know, this is a Bachmann GP7. You know, I've installed a Bach Soundtracks Tsunami 2 decoder inside there. But you know, this is the kind of locomotive that just about any one of us could buy. I bought this secondhand. It didn't cost very much money at all. It's a beautiful running thing. The layout you see inside this is James's home layout. We're an ocean apart. And you know, a couple of days in the mail, sharing a model between two friends allows a part of me to visit with a part of my friend. And I think that connection is one of the most beautiful moments in this hobby. And yeah, part of why it makes it so easy to love this.